Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, July 1st, 2024. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. We start off in the tropics as we want to talk about Hurricane Beryl. Beryl is a Category 4 hurricane slamming into the Windward Islands this morning with winds of 130 miles per hour and pressure down to 957 millibars. It's moving to the west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. Now, Beryl is currently not a threat to anyone in the United States, including Puerto Rico. Always include them as they are part of the United States. It's going to remain south of Puerto Rico. It's going to remain south of the East Coast and Florida. So if you heard anything on social media this being a threat, no, it's not. But if you have friends and family out towards Jamaica, if you have friends and family out towards, let's say, the Yucatan Peninsula or around southern portions of the Dominican Republic or Haiti, yeah, you definitely want to keep an eye on this powerful storm. Now, there's been a lot of talk about how this storm is historic, so I just want to touch on that real fast before we get on with the rest of the forecast. The reason why this storm is historic is not because of the strength. Okay, we've had plenty of major hurricanes this time of year. The issue is the location. Climatologically speaking, you normally have these type of storms take shape in the Gulf of Mexico, the Bahamas, the Western Atlantic, maybe even portions of the Western Caribbean, but not in the tropical Atlantic, not in the central tropical Atlantic or the Eastern Caribbean. The reason why is that typically the water temperatures are a bit too cool for this time of year. And also the intertropical convergence zone, kind of like the conveyor belt where these storms start to get their act together, is a little bit too far south. In the premium video discussion I just put out for premium members, I explain how Beryl exactly was able to avoid these factors, along with the fact that our sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic are way above normal for this time of year. They're basically where they should be in mid-August, which is why we have these conditions that we have now, because Beryl is able to feed on all of that very warm water. And boy, is it feeding. Basically, right now it has completed its sidewall cycle and it is intensifying, unfortunately, at the worst possible time as it moves into the Caribbean. So, hopes and prayers that everyone is able to get through the situation in these islands because it is pretty nasty out there. It is not nasty out there closer to home, where we have a polar air mass invading the region. Winds are from the north-northwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour around Atlantic City, with temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s in your higher elevations in the Poconos and Catskills, mid to upper 60s in your suburbs, upper 60s to lower 70s in your urban areas. But look at those dew points in the 50s. It feels amazing out. Enjoy it the next couple of days. Unfortunately, we're going to be going right back to our tropical weather pattern. As you can see on our surface map from the SPC, dry air is building in, high pressure is in control, and that is also seen here on our WeatherTap radar and surface map. No precipitation anywhere near us. That's all pushing off the coast with high pressure in control. On the visible satellite picture, you can see plenty of clear skies taking hold around the I-95 corridor. A few scattered clouds off towards the interior. That's all going to continue to break up as we move on through the day. And on the infrared satellite picture, you can see it's pretty quiet going all the way back to the upper Midwest, setting up a period of tranquil conditions for this short work week. But what about the 4th of July? Well, unfortunately, our Western Atlantic Ridge influence is going to be returning, and with it, the humidity. Now, I'm not expecting a washout for 4th of July, or the weekend for that matter, but much like what we have been experiencing this summer, don't be surprised if you get a few pop-up thunderstorms here and there, and those thunderstorms will be capable of some very heavy downpours, frequent lightning, and wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. So kind of have to dodge a few of those thunderstorms in the late afternoon and early evening hours. So let's dive into this forecast for today. Excellent weather conditions. High temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 70s over the northern interior, upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast. For tonight into tomorrow morning, look for clear skies with low temperatures in the lower to mid 50s in your higher elevations, upper 50s to lower 60s in your suburbs, lower to mid 60s in your urban areas. For tomorrow, high pressure moves right overhead, light winds, comfortable, clear, beautiful out. Look for high temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s over the higher elevations, lower to mid 80s everywhere else. For Wednesday, high pressure shifts off the coast. Winds start to develop more out of the south, a slight increase in humidity with low temperatures in the lower to mid 60s and high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 70s on Long Island, lower to mid 80s everywhere else. On 4th of July, Thursday, look for scattered cloud cover. It could be a few low clouds in the morning and maybe a little bit of fog. An increase in humidity with winds coming out of the south, with low temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s along the rest of the coast, lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley, and mid to upper 80s over the higher elevations. Again, watch out for a few isolated thunderstorms, not a washout or anything of that nature. And most of these thunderstorms for 4th of July, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday will basically occur in the late afternoon hours from, say, about 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if you have plans for, fireworks at 9 p.m., you should be fine. These thunderstorms generally will remain below severe level, but I can't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm because of downburst wind gusts, pushing winds over 55 miles per hour in gusts. But for the most part, you're talking about your run-of-the-mill heavy downpour for about 15, 30 minutes, some occasional to frequent lightning, and wind gusts over 35, 40 miles per hour. Overall, what you would expect for this time of year. Temperatures through this time period will range from the mid 60s to lower 70s over your higher elevations, lower to mid 70s along the coast for your low temperatures. High temperatures throughout this period will range from the mid to upper 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s along the coast, lower to mid 90s in the Delaware River Valley, and upper 80s to lower 90s over the interior. So pretty much rinse and repeat for several days with more of a tropical feel, a little bit more humidity, and again, a passing thunderstorm here and there. No major storms are expected. Basically, summer is here to stay. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day. And as always, stay safe out there.